Moje páni, takže my na to ideme do kvadráze prúdiť. Zápas s Nemecami sme nezvládli, samozrejme. Prehrali sme, Slovan takisto prehral s nemeckým klubom so Stuttgartom, takže dopadlo to podľa očakávaného na škodu veci. Pripravujeme sa na ďalšiu sezónu, ale teraz sa venujeme relaxačnému tréningovému dňu. Začíname 850. Začíname 850. relaxačný tréningový deň, je 18.3.2026, streda. Máme klikožrutý 190, 80, 70, 60 kliksterov. Začíname 18.48, piče sa majú 17.48, každému podľa gusta, podľa svastiku sa zmenilo. Začíname 18.49, piče sa majú 17.49, každému podľa gusta, podľa svastiky, my začíname 18.49. Takže prvá séria, 100 klikožrutov, 100 kliksterov, púšťame tohto piče sa speeda ako podmác.
I got some really bad news, guys. I learned that some people have gotten laid off in Amazon Game Studios, especially for Lost Ark and possibly speculated for Throne Liberty 2. Now, this is going to be a massive blow because these people were the faces of the games, people that you knew were the only one trying to communicate with you, giving us information, are basically the faces of these games, right? And losing these people is a massive blow to the games because it means that these games are trying to save costs. Now, what we know 100% for sure is the people that worked on Lost Ark, which is Henry and Rox, that worked there for many, many years and did the same thing like Tico does for Throne Liberty, where they communicate, we're the face of the game, the people providing feedback, etc. They no longer working at AGS, which means either they got laid off, which is most likely the case, but what we do know is that they're no longer working. But what does that mean for Throne and Liberty? Well, as you guys know, Lost Ark is basically the same concept as Throne and Liberty. It was a Korean game that published by Amazon Game Studios in the Western market. Same thing as Throne Liberty, which is NCSoft game, Eastern game, that is published by AGS in the Western market. And right now, they're basically performing the exact same. They're not doing good. So this are the Lost Ark numbers. You guys can see 8K peak. And these are Throne Liberty numbers. Kind of crazy. So they're basically around the same thing. They're not doing too good. Most of the problems that you guys are seeing in Throne Liberty Reddit or forums, you're going to be seeing in Lost Ark. None of these games are doing good, and it seems like they're saving costs. So the news that we got is official. Rock's half a decade of work, countless innovative projects, and career-changing promotions. So this person was basically the face of Lost Ark. Many people know her from this. And then we also have Henry. And they no longer working there. There's speculations that Lost Ark are going to do it more in-house, which means they save costs, but basically losing two very big figures in the Lost Ark community. Now, why is that a problem for Throne Liberty? Well, Rox didn't only work on Lost Ark. She was actually the one we communicated, or some of the creators communicated when it came to the roundtables and stuff. She was the one sending us messages, inviting us, basically dealing with a lot of stuff behind the closed doors. So she was actually working on Throne Liberty too. So that is not good for Throne Liberty, losing a person that has basically does a lot of admin stuff and a lot of work behind the scenes. But this is where the big problems arise. And that is Mr. Tico. Yes. So there are speculations on Tico not working on the game anymore. And the reason for these speculations is, first of all, of these two not working on AGS anymore, but also because every single month we get a Tico talk. Every single month we get a Tico talk, and they happen on the second Tuesday, and it was supposed to release Tuesday yesterday, but there has been no Tico talk yesterday. So that means that Tico might not be working at AGS anymore. Now, this is not the only speculation. He also left all the creator discords. He's not part of those discords anymore. The only discord he's in right now is the Throne Liberty one. but he basically left the Discord, and there has been no Tico talks, and there are these layoffs. So it's looking more like they have gotten rid of the boy, which is not good. And then when it comes to Godspeed, we haven't seen her for like 3 months now. The last time she appeared was in December, yeah, 3 months.
Teď
Since we
asi
see
80
Godspeed,
klikov,
and
že to
then
80
Tico is not
klikov.
showing up right now. So more and more looking like that we have lost the community managers for AGS and for Throne of Liberty and for Lost Ark. Now why does this affect him? How does it affect him? Now Tico, like I said, was the face of the game, and he did, even though we weren't always happy, he was the one providing the feedback. He was the one communicating with us. He was the one providing information to us, right? And losing him is going to be a huge blow for the game. And with what we're seeing with Throne of Liberty in general, like, I mean, the Steam charts aren't doing too good. We haven't seen any content updates since like November. I think November was the last time. It's like 4 or 5 months with the orb and the battlegrounds, like actual content inside of the game. We haven't seen content inside of the game for 4 or 5 months. So it's obvious that they have been cutting costs. They're not providing. Maybe they're working on the expansion. But the only content we've seen is Tower of Greed, which is, let's be real, it's not really content. It looks like some slop that they put together. But we haven't seen any content for 4 or 5 months. And then we had these server merges that is massive for saving costs. Like server merges or moving South America just in general just shows that they're trying to save costs by a lot. And then we had the double Lucent packs to like earn a lot of money, and they earned hella money with that. And now possibly getting rid of community managers. And I'm gonna be honest, I've been around many games for years. I played MMOs and been like a part of these games and the core, and talked to community managers. And usually what happens, guys, and I don't want to doom the game, but usually what happens is the first things that developers or games try to remove are costs that are not actually needed. And usually the community managers and people like that are the first people that get laid off to save costs. They're going to be trying to save as much cost as possible, just make sure that they're just paying the devs so they can release the update. But they're going to try to save as much cost as possible with the merges, with the layoffs, etc. And when it's not profitable anymore, they're going to start firing the devs. When they fire the devs, it's kind of GG. And that's why I'm saying that I do think if the game releases the massive expansion, which is most likely going to be at the end of the year, I'm going to be real, we're going to get some new dungeons now, but I don't think the expansion is coming until like Q3, if even that. If the game is saved during Q3, I think the game might do good, but most likely it won't do good even with the expansion. And then when they start laying off devs, the game is kind of GG'd. So this is usually what you see after the community managers are laid off, like a year or a year after, or a year and a half after, they usually end the service. So this is just speculations, of course, from me, and we don't have 100% confirmed with if Tico is gone or Godspeed is gone. I'm really hoping that if they are, they make some kind of announcement, because at the end of the day, the community knows Tico. That's the guy that gave feedback and communicated with us, and them just letting us know that he's gone and he's not going to be working on the game anymore would be really good. Some kind of communication. If he comes back, really good. I really hope he isn't gone from the project, because as long as Tico stays, I know that they aren't like saving costs like crazy right now. But if he's gone, and with everything else happening, it's not looking good, guys. It's not looking good. I mean, we kind of knew this with the whole New World thing, that AGS were trying to step away from MMOs in general. But it'll be interesting to see what NCSoft does with Throne of Liberty, if they're gonna do...
Je to za nami.
Violation of OGL policies may result in detention, removal, and/or
Dobre, to za nami zrekapitulujeme to. Dneska bol 850. ...850. Relaxačný tréningový deň za nami, bolo 18.3.2026, skončili sme 18.58, pičil som o 17.58, každému podľa gusta podľa svastiky. My sme skončili sme 18.59, pičil som o 17.59, každému podľa gusta podľa svastiky. My sme skončili 18.59, segment trval 10 minút a 55 sekúnd. Dlhší čas.